You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to SexPot Radio. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd. And yeah, we're here.
We are.
We are. And we're all here.
We're here, you're there. That's how that shit works.
You're here, you're there. What?
I don't know, fuck.
So anyway, tonight we got some stuff going on. We're going to talk to Chloe Villano tonight.
Yay!
Of Cloverleaf. Yeah.
I love Chloe.
I love Chloe too. She's awesome. I messaged her today to see what she was up to, and she's like, call me. It's like, okay. Like, she's the only person, she's not the only person, but one of the very few people that I will call and talk to on the phone. It's easier to catch her attention that way.
Nice.
Because if you don't, you text her, she might text you in a couple of hours again. So
Right.
That's how it is. But we have a couple of people that are on their way to join us here in the studio. Miss Dabs is coming.
Yay.
And Kim will be here as well.
Yay.
So she said that she's on her way. She has a sick kiddo at home, so she was trying to get him to bed first. So yeah, I'm going to talk about a few events that are coming up. We've got some news for you.
What kind of news?
All kinds of news.
Well, fucking A.
We've got a couple of studies that I want to talk about. How to become more attractive.
In general?
To men. So for women to become more attractive.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
it's like, I can't even
Shower.
make a wise point.
I just shower.
No, okay, if we're talking about women, but we'll get to that I'm sure later. But
yeah.
there's lots
we'll
of things
totally
that
get
women
to that
can,
later.
can do.
We're going to
Showering
talk
helps.
about a study on sexual touch.
Ooh.
With a touch here and a touch there.
Are we going to be... Is there going to be any
It's Touch
hands-on?
Me Tuesday.
It's Inappropriate Touch Tuesday.
Inappropriate Touch Tuesday.
And by Inappropriate Touch Tuesday, it's Inappropriately Touch Somebody Else Tuesday.
Which means it's probably Touch Me Tuesday for Jenny, because Jenny likes to be touched.
Yay!
Wow, whoa.
And it begins.
Anyway, so yeah, and then we're going to talk about costumes.
I like costumes.
Me
I really do.
too.
That whole role-playing shit, the whole, I don't know, everything. I like women in costumes.
I have to throw a big thank you out there to Kim today, because I made a huge mistake. I got ready this morning, went and did the few things that I didn't want to do, and then I did some other things that I was happy with doing. And then I went to pick up some of my costumes at work today, and I got them all packed up in the suitcase, and I left them by the door when I left the shop, which I didn't realize till I got here.
So your costumes, one of your bags is not here.
It is here because Kim, who is absolutely awesome, stopped and grabbed it for me and brought it to me before going and getting ready to come down here.
Fucking A.
I'm so happy.
Nice.
She totally saved my ass. I had half of some. Well, I don't always take all the accessories. The accessories weren't at the shop, so I packed all the accessories at home. But the actual main part of the costumes were in the suitcase. So yeah, a big fail on my part.
But it seems like everything worked out.
Yes, it all worked out.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Joy.
I like it when people come through and help a person out, because I did not want to fight traffic again at all. But anyway, so things we're going to talk about today. Hang on one second, because I have
Are we
going to
talk about sex?
We're going to talk about sex, baby. We're going to talk about you and me.
Are we going to talk about weed?
Talk about some weed.
All right.
What do you want to talk about? What did you do today? What did you make over there at Top Shelf Extracts?
It's Top Shelf Extracts. Today we made hash.
What kind? Any good stuff? I mean, it's all good, but...
Well, yeah, but any standouts?
Yeah.
There were a couple. I can't remember. We did some Snoop Dogg OG and some Skywalker OG that just smelled so fucking dank. The buds. That's all I can say. You know, when we're putting them in the tubes and you pack them down, and it's just like the smell just comes out, and anyone that walks into the lab is just like, wow. And it's like, yeah. And then you start to blast it, and then the whole room just permeates with delicious odors of love. And OG Kush really puts out a great smell. You
know what I've learned over the past few months? The smell of cannabis is actually great aromatherapy.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I like to just sniff it. You know? If you can't smoke it, smell it.
I'm glad that my e-cigarette doesn't have any stench.
It has a slight smell.
Well, you know, I've noticed it a little. It has like a humidor kind of...
Slightly menthol-y.
Weird, but...
smell. It kind of reminds me of, you know, like the Vicks vaporizer machines? It has that little tiny bit of like menthol-ish to it, but it has that moisture to it, so it's not...
Say the word moist.
Moist.
Moist!
It's all moist.
That is a funny word.
It is a funny word. But yeah, no, it just has... It's a pleasant aroma.
I would say so. Wait,
yeah,
this or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your e-cigarette's slightly pleasant. It's not like sniffing cigarettes.
Ugh.
Because cigarettes suck. And if you come into the shop... Please don't reek like cigarettes and alcohol, because I cannot handle that smell. I'm sure that I've smelled like that before, like years ago, back in the day.
I'm sure we all have back in the day.
It's just not an attractive odor at all.
It's not. Beer cans and cigarette butts are not a sexy cologne or perfume.
Right.
It's really not.
So yeah, anyway, let's move on to some of the events that are coming up.
Halloween-related events?
There's not really so much Halloween-related, just events in the cannabis industry and sex industry.
But there's lots of Halloween-related events.
There are.
I do know what you're talking about, and I'm excited to talk about them.
Actually, one of them, though, you don't know about.
Yay.
Yay.
Good.
New stuff.
It's Wednesdays that I'm really excited
There's something that I really want to do on Thursday this week. There's other things that I'm probably going to do on Thursday, unfortunately. But this is something that happens monthly, and people can message me for more information about it, but I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about it.
It's not the period, is it?
It happens once a month. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, that just reminded me of the panties that I ordered the other day. But anyway, moving on.
The period panties, which I suppose we could talk about later, too.
We will talk about those
because
later.
They're not what they sound like.
No, totally not what they sound like.
They come
disgusting. With a free sticker and a button, too. Yay!
This doesn't make sound any better.
I can't wait till they get here so I can bring them on the show. They should actually be here this week. Anyway, Thursday, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m., Shibari Jam. So those of you that are not familiar with what Shibari is.
I'm not.
Bondage.
Holy shit.
Our friend Simon Page.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's back to doing his monthly Shibari Jams at his home from 6:30 to 9:30. It's this Thursday night. I asked him if I could invite people to it. He just asked that I not, just post the address and everything. So if people are interested in going to that, they can contact me either on Facebook or email me for more information.
What kind of bondage is this?
Shibari is, what do you mean?
Well,
rope bondage.
To people who don't know.
Right.
Like Shibari, what is it? It's like a...
Basic rope bondage. Well, not really basic. Like, there's so much more to it. But what he's doing this week or this month is showing people like one or two basic Shibari knots, so that they can take those knots and like go wherever the art form shows them to go. But it just shows you the basics. So anyway, people can contact me either on Facebook or email me for more information about that at sexpotradio420@gmail.com.
Nice.
Yeah. And I can point you in the right direction, add you to that group, so you can get in on that.
So are you going to describe anything about said bondage, or just leave people with it's rope bondage?
I'm not really going to elaborate on it too much, because I haven't really...
Haven't you tied up a certain glass blower?
I have tied up glass blowers.
So why don't you talk about that a little? No. You want to keep it all as a surprise?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really planning on it. I do plan on, actually, Simon has agreed to come down and do a show with us.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice.
Simon is the master.
He is awesome.
Simon
Swell
has
fella.
tied me up. He is one of those people that...
He tied you up so well that there was a handle behind you that I could grab
I could
you
have been
and
packed along like a suitcase.
fucking A.
Like, it was pretty
you know,
awesome.
like I probably could have had him tie you up in the shape of a suitcase. I'm like, sir, would you pack her up? And
Probably.
we could smuggle you.
He's...
I'm not sure where because, fuck. But
Simon's amazing at what he does, and he has a way of allowing you to relax into it.
even
And-
for people that are claustrophobic
Yeah,
and utterly
yeah.
afraid of constriction.
He brings you to a point where nothing else matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just in that moment. Yep.
Is this
And-
safe for dudes?
It's totally safe for dudes.
Sounds a little odd.
You were there.
Well, yeah, I watched it, but your whole way of putting it, it's like, it's kind of sexually meditative.
It can be, but it's more meditative.
Right?
Is that the word? Meditative?
I don't know.
It just brings you to this point of total relaxation, and your body just kind of...
I would hope so, since how he ties you up isn't like, oh, we're going to tie your wrists up, and they're going to be in knots. We're going to tie them behind your back, underneath your leg. It's nothing like that.
Right.
It's you rest pretty comfortably, but you're wrapped up pretty much like a noose.
You're wrapped up with about 100 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Like,
It's intense.
for
I've
real.
seen it.
It's definitely...
I would like to try it, but fuck that.
It's definitely an art form.
Although,
Especially the way he does it.
yeah.
So, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
Women
tomorrow-
look sexy tied up.
Yes.
There's just so much wrong with
Deb
that.
is in the other room. She's the one that I tied up at the cannabis cup.
There's so much wrong with that statement. Like, there's nothing sexy about that. I mean, there kind of is, but, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. It's all this shit going on in the Colorado area with... I don't even want to get into it.
Okay, so anyway, I don't even know where we went there.
To sad stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to sad stuff.
Me neither, so...
We're staying happy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anyway, so tomorrow evening at 5:00 p.m. at Kinga's Lounge, 1509 Marion Street, is the beautiful Miss Kim Sidwell's birthday party.
When is this?
Tomorrow night at 5:00. Yep.
When does the other event start?
Tomorrow night at 7:00.
So how
They're
long?
both tomorrow night. Kim is encouraging guests at her birthday party to join her down at the other event. So, they're going to go have dinner, drinks, go down to the fundraiser,
Gotcha.
get some flow on that.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
Very nice.
So, anyway, if you didn't hear that, it's Kinga's Lounge, 1509 Marion Street. It's Kim's 30th birthday.
Yay, happy 30th birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
It's uphill for a little while longer. I don't know.
Right. So then also tomorrow night, Hemptastic fundraiser to send Jason Love to Canada. So if those of you that don't know, anyway, this fundraiser begins tomorrow night at 7:00 p.m. and goes till 11:45. What an odd time to end. Anyway, it's at Hood Lab, Colorado, 3354 Larimer Street. This event is being put on by our good friend Carla. There's going to be raffles, alcohol, drinks, apparently a dab bar sponsored
tomorrow
by
night?
a certain extract company. So yeah, this is tomorrow night. And for those of you that don't know what this is about, the Canadians have invited our friend Jason Lobb to be a keynote speaker regarding Colorado's Hemp Act, HB 12-1099, which passed just recently. The Canadian Hemp Trade Alliance Conference is being held in Alberta, Canada, November 4th to 7th. And this conference will establish Colorado's influence in the hemp industry. So this is very, very important, and we need him to get there.
I concur.
So anyone that is interested in donating anything to this event for the raffle can contact myself on Facebook or email me at sexpotradio420@gmail.com. You can also hit up Miss Carla Boyd if you have her on your friends list. She's in charge of all that.
Yeah.
So Mad Hatters has donated some stuff. Dixie Elixirs, Top Shelf. There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's sure to be.
I'm excited. Like that one, I'm looking forward to.
And it's a free event, but a donation is suggested.
Yeah, because it's hard to get to Canada.
Don't come eat all of our
free.
food, drink all of our beer, and then not help send Jason to Canada, okay?
Yeah.
That's just how it is. So yeah, first you can go to Kim's birthday party, and then go over and support a good cause.
Hell yeah.
The other event that's coming up this week that we will talk about a little bit more is going down at Castleman's from 5 to 9 on Thursday. It's the Amendment 64 Impact Panel. This is a networking hour and symposium to expand on the impact Amendment 64 will have on individuals, business owners, and Colorado as a whole. So yeah, after a little while, we'll call Chloe and talk about that some more.
Sweet.
Yay. So we'll probably, in about a half hour-ish, we'll go to break and then we'll call her.
Sounds good.
So we have some news. A gentleman in Florida this last week was arrested. Tampa Bay police
I'm sure
say
there were a lot of people arrested.
Right.
Just wanted to put that out there.
This particular man, people don't use 911 if you don't really need to,
Can you tell us why?
because you will get arrested.
Well, tell us. Give us an example.
Tampa police say that Joshua Beso was in the mood when his cell phone ran out of minutes.
Oh shit.
So he called 911 and asked for someone to have sex with him 5 times.
Are you fucking serious? Called 911 and said, "Does anyone there want to fuck?"
So instead of getting lucky, he got arrested.
Fucking duh. I hope so.
5 times he called 911. So for those of you that don't know, even if your cell phone runs out of minutes or if you find a cell phone that's been deactivated, you can still call 911 with it. It's an emergency feature built into all cell phones. That's the only number that will work.
Wow. So is he high on anything?
They didn't say. I just know that he got arrested. He had other outstanding warrants and such as well. So if you have outstanding warrants, don't call the police either. Okay?
Bam.
Especially to get laid.
Fuck, you're soliciting
Soliciting sex from the 911 operator.
That can't be good. And then if they tell you no 4 times and you call back a 5th time, I mean,
You
if you're
deserve
told
to be
no
arrested.
5 times, fuck, you way deserve to get arrested because you're probably dangerous to people.
Right? So we're all familiar with recalls that happen out there. It seems often that things get recalled that we use. But this particular item, or article, if you're sexually active and have used condoms, here's some news that is really going to gross you out.
Oh, fuck.
Chinese authorities have shut down a condom plant, saying that it was producing unsafe and tainted rubbers. Now officials are looking for more than 2 million condoms that were produced by this plant and sold under brand names such as Durex and Gisbun, according to Australian news. Officials say that the manufacturer bought the wholesale condoms, added an unknown lubricant, then repackaged them without sterilizing them. He also had underage girls working in his condom factory, according to the report. Not that the story isn't bad enough, but the real question is, how do you recall condoms?
You get on the fucking news and you say there's a fucking condom recall. Keep your dick in your pants for a little bit. Go buy this other brand.
We don't know what was in these condoms that you stuck in your girlfriend. Sorry.
I could see the dilemma.
Right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, at least one of the companies was a very well-known brand of condoms.
Durex.
So Durex, maybe you might not want to buy for a while. I encourage you to buy other brands.
They make little rubbers anyway.
Right?
So, whatever.
They don't make all different sizes?
I don't know. I have one kind that
They're made in China for small Asian men.
I use a specific Trojan kind. Because Trojan is America's #1 trusted brand in condoms. Put your dick in a vagina today.
With a Trojan.
With a Trojan. Trojan on into that vagina. But don't let things come out. It's not Trojan horse.
Death by sex isn't as good as it sounds. Between 500 and 1,000 Americans, mostly men, die every year from autoerotic self-asphyxiation, which is a fancy way of saying that they strangle themselves during masturbation. That's comparable to the New York City murder rate.
Wait, you mean people like to get strangled during sex?
People do like to get strangled, but self-autoerotic asphyxiation is dangerous.
Like, if you're really slick, you can jerk off and do it. But I wouldn't know. I mean, I guess you'd tie some... I don't know. I could really... If I think about it for a second.
Well, this particular gentleman from Canada...
It's just fucked up. Why would you do that?
This particular gentleman from Canada rode the bus home to his one-room apartment. And at some time between around about 3 o'clock in the morning, he took off his clothes, strung a length of boat rope through an eye hook that he'd driven into the floor, looped it around his neck in a way that allowed him to control the tension, and threaded it through a second eye hook, which he'd affixed to the archway above his head. Then he took the free end in his left hand and pulled.
He hung himself.
Yep. The next day, he didn't show up for his job at a movie theater where he worked part-time. The police came in a day later and found him slumped over in his cat's cradle of ropes. They found something else, too. On the kitchen table within arm's length, he had a laptop computer that was flashing pornography. Scissors. Aside from the computer within arm's reach, you should have scissors.
So, well, let's analyze this for just a brief moment.
Right.
If you're doing this, how would you want to get... I mean, okay, obviously you don't want to get caught, but let's just say that shit happens and you do. Would it be better if the computer was open with pornography playing or flashing or whatever was happening? Or would it be better if it just looked like you killed yourself for no fucking reason at all?
Right. I think it'd be better if there was porn playing.
Do you? Because it would be a great mystery if people like, why'd you kill yourself?
I have this arrangement.
But if you were...
I have this arrangement with a friend that if I should happen to die from autoerotic asphyxiation, my body is going to be rearranged. The world will never know.
I would hope so. I'm not sure what agreement you're talking about.
This particular friend knows that if I don't show up for work, he should come check on me. And he'll make sure it's all cool.
All right.
He's got the passwords to my computer and everything, so everything will be wiped.
It's good to have that kind of shit, because you just don't know.
It's awesome to have a boss that will make these arrangements with you.
That's a good fucking thing. You know?
So, yeah. Anyway, we have a couple of people here that are going to come on in.
Well, should we take a break then?
Come on in. Let's cut to break here real quick, and we'll figure some shit out. I got a little bit more news for y'all.
So we'll get that shit figured out.
Take it from there.
All right, then.
So, yeah.
We'll see you in a minute.
Giggity.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com. Let's face it, rules and regulations are complicated, especially in the field of medical marijuana. Let Medical Marijuana 101 help you get through the compliance process. We can also explain to you your employment requirements, your employees, and your business. But our work doesn't stop there. Our experience in cultivation ranges from the design of grow rooms to the diagnosis and resolution of grow problems. Visit us at www.medicalmarijuana101.com or call 303-388-7706. That's 303-388-7706.
That Mad Hatter Smoke Shop has everything from space glass to butane and butane accessories, I tell you what. Located at 6091 West Colfax in Lakewood and now at 2615 Walnut Street in Denver. Ah! God damn it, Reclaim, put your pants back.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
The law offices of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
Dixie Elixirs, the patient's
Welcome
choice
back,
for alternative
everyone.
Medical marijuana treatment.
All I can think of is dick lickers.
Kitty lickers.
I hear Dixie Elixirs. I want my dick licked. I don't know.
Kitty lickers.
Is that awesome or what?
Yay. Yeah, anyway, we are somebody asked in the chat room if that was using a belt. But yes. Autoerotic asphyxiation is using a belt, a tie, rope, whatever you may be using to choke yourself. Hands, your partner's hands, I don't know, anything. So anyway, moving on from that. 2 off-duty Florida officers fatally shoot a naked woman.
So there's two.
Yeah,
to
2
this story.
stories.
Like a police shooting and a naked person.
Yeah. So anyway, 2 off-duty Florida law enforcement officers fatally shoot an armed naked woman who confronted them at a social gathering Saturday, authorities said. The shooting occurred about 1:15 p.m. Saturday in Hernando County, north of Tampa. The county sheriff's office said in a news release that the men were approached by an armed, naked, and irrational female. The news release does not identify the weapon, but it says one or both of the law enforcement officers fired their weapons, striking the female. She died at the scene. Both officers have been placed on administrative leave as Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigates the shooting in Spring Hills community.
Thankfully. But you know what the investigation will most likely turn up?
She was dangerous and crazy, so
Probably.
they had to shoot her.
Like, it won't turn up shit negative on the cops. They'll
Right.
find that, well, it was justified because she was holding sunscreen and the officers thought it was a gun. And
She could have thrown it at them.
And she may have had weapons about her person, even though she was naked.
She was 18 years old.
Nice. So she didn't have a whole life ahead
It
of her or
says
anything.
that she had taken LSD and acted aggressively when the officers came outside carrying a gun. Bath salts. Yes, she was on bath salts laced with LSD. She was a student at college. I don't know. She totally had a life ahead of her, but
well, now she doesn't.
Yeah.
But you know, who knows? We don't really know shit about.
So
what
another
happens after
story along
this. The same lines.
Same lines. A University of South Alabama campus police officer fatally shot a naked student who was carrying pepper spray and a baton at the time, the school said. University spokesman Keith Ayers said Officer Travis Austin, a 4-year employee in his first police job, was armed with all 3 weapons when he walked outside the police station and his gun was drawn to confront Gil Collar. The 18-year-old college freshman was naked when he banged on police department windows in the pre-dawn hours last Saturday. It's unclear why Austin went for his gun first, but the sheriff has said that the decision was proper. Authorities said Collar was a 5', 740-pound high school wrestler in his first semester of college. He also was on LSD when he moved aggressively towards the officer in an athletic stance, prompting the shooting. But surveillance videos show the student never tried to grab the officer's weapon or even got within 4 to 5 feet of the officer.
So you're telling me that in separate parts of the country around apparently the same-ish times, I mean, clearly within a couple of months of each other, police in separate parts of the country shot naked people that were both on LSD?
Yeah, they were both on LSD.
That's pretty fucking intense.
Oh.
Do you have a question?
Well, it sounds to me.
Don't touch the microphone.
Don't touch the microphone. We haven't said how you need it, so you can be on top of it or beside it. That one you were supposed to lick, not suck.
No, I really think it sounds like law enforcement maybe needs some coaching on how to deal with people on LSD, because really all you need to do is talk to them and not be aggressive towards them. If you talk to them calmly, they'll probably talk to you calmly.
These are police officers you're talking about, correct?
We can all dream, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
We've run into a couple of all right.
Yeah,
so
I've
There's a
run into
couple
some
of
cool
decent
cops.
I will, but not many.
they're just hard to come by.
Yeah, they're certainly outnumbered.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are many policemen that will tell you that they would rather go and police a fish show with a bunch of tripping hippies than go to a Jimmy Buffett concert where you've got a bunch of drunk middle-aged people trying to fight each other all night.
Hey, fucking
Right.
man.
You know?
Because it's just easier, you know? Like, hippies don't really want shit.
No.
You know, like,
They're
just
not trying to fight. They're in
some-
their own world,
leave some shit alone.
having a great time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk people, on the other hand, tend to like to start some shit.
Drunk people drive me crazy.
Amen to that.
The less
too.
I drink, the more I hate drunk people. But drunk people are all right when you're one of them.
Yeah, that's true too.
I was around a lot of drunk people this last weekend, and drunk people start fights. You seriously would have thought I was at a Pantera concert this weekend or some shit. Like, for real, like, you would have thought it was some hardcore shit, because
I've seen Pantera 7 times, and people there are very respectful.
Yeah.
Not anymore, obviously.
I remember
because
Jenny
they don't
drinking. Do you remember that night in Thornton?
I probably don't remember
Oh
it.
my God, Jenny, we were just like that. You were just there. Okay, so this is what happened. We're outside looking at this guy's truck because he just got new wheels, and these two drunk women walk out of the bar, and one of them is like obnoxiously drunk. She's obviously an angry drunk, and Jenny says something about this guy's truck, and this woman is like,
she thought
what
I was
did you
talking
say
shit
about me?
her.
And we all just looked. So then Jenny decides that she's just going to try to have a rational conversation with this bitch and bitch.
Jenny's
And-
really drunk and thinks she can
And
reason
this
with
woman
everyone.
is like throwing beer bottles and trying to like bite people. And Jenny is just trying to talk it out with her. And then she gives up, and then it just turns into a big
She
fight.
threw a shoe.
She threw a shoe.
She
threw
spit
a
at
beer
one of my
bottle, she
friends.
spit. It was-
Wow.
And at that point, when I realized that I couldn't rationalize with her, I
That's
was
when
like
you got,
ready to
like,
tear her the
tear your
fuck
ass
up. This girl was kicked out of the bar, and after her and I had a confrontation out in the parking lot, they let her back into the bar. And everyone's like, "Don't even go on the same side of the bar as her." And I was like, "I'm not even worried about it.
And if we had
Like-
just been smoking weed that night,
This would not
would
have happened."
never have happened because it's not violent.
Yep.
Yeah. Anytime that I've been out with people at a bar and we've been smoking weed, it's been the mellowest goddamn thing. We've ordered plenty of drinks, you know, not necessarily alcohol, but sodas, waters.
Eliminate cottonmouth, need some food, you know.
Right, like it's a little easier to pay for a fucking $2 or $3 water at a bar when you're super baked than when you're drunk
I
and
think
trying
it's
to sober up.
ridiculous that we have water for profit
Oh,
in
yeah.
this world.
Air for
Dude,
profit, water for profit.
Did you know that at a bar, if you're not drinking alcohol, you can go up and tell them that you're the designated driver and that you need water, and they have to give you a drink of water? They have to.
But as soon as they catch you drinking, you're fucked. So as long
Yeah, then you can't get any more free water.
as long as you're like me,
But
you
they
know,
do have to give you water if you tell them that you're the designated driver, because there was a few cases where the designated driver was at the bar, didn't have money to buy any water, and ended up being dehydrated and passing out on the way home.
Nice.
So,
That's how to do it, you know, especially if they're driving, you know. It's safe, effective place.
right? But, you know, I also encourage people that are drinking, drink water between your drinks.
Right.
Because, you know, alcohol dehydrates you.
And supposedly, prickly pear juice helps prevent you from being hungover, so it must keep you hydrated and
Yes.
provide you with proper nutrients.
I would assume that it works somewhat like coconut water.
So I still wonder if that one fruit that we saw at Whole Foods the other day that was all prickly, I said, oh, I wonder if that's a prickly pear.
And it was right next to the pears.
Right. So it's like, but then I saw that picture that was floating around the internet, and it said that prickly thing, if you drink the liquid, that it cures cancer. And so it's like, well, I
Yes.
wonder if those are the same thing, or if they're in the same family. They look kind of like a fucked up puffer fish.
There are a lot of plants out there, aside from cannabis and, like you were just talking about, the prickly pear, that do alleviate a lot of different diseases and
Like-
such.
Peach pits. There's stories out there that massive amounts of peach pits, ground up and dealt with some way or another, cures cancer as well. And if you
There
try to
has to
harbor
be a
that many,
certain way of doing that.
What?
Yeah, harboring like too many of them is illegal.
yeah, because
But I also heard that they can be toxic to humans as well. There's something in them that can be toxic.
yeah, but
So
they
if
try
you-
to say that marijuana is toxic.
well,
to
no, you
people
know, I
too.
mean, it's one of those things you might want to be aware of, just so that if you are doing it, you make sure that you're doing it the correct way.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
There's lots of neat websites out there that can really
peach
steer you in
pits
the right
actually
direction.
will kill dogs,
Right.
I believe. What's that? The peach pit.
The peach pit.
Like a bus stop up in Boulder. Where you going? I'm going to a bus stop. I'm going to see some titties.
I went to the bus stop in Boulder once.
Yeah, I think I've been there
I
one
was
time, but
drunk. I got drunk at the Mexican restaurant next door, and I went in there to pee because I was going to the bus stop next door. It was great. I smoked weed in the bathroom, and the stripper was all mad.
Why was she mad that you were smoking weed in the bathroom?
That's what I said. I was like, "You want to hit
She
it?"
probably
She's
did
like,
a line of meth off the
I was
back
gonna
of
say,
that
she was probably on
toilet.
She was in there for a while too. I'm like, God.
She is busy doing
She
other
comes
things
out
she didn't want
smelling
to
like
share.
Hawaiian Breeze body spray.
Dude, you can always tell a hooker by the sweet pea body splash smell.
Yeah, it's cheap body splash like Calgon. Yep.
Calgon, take me away.
We'll
Does
have, like, the
not
little
take
mini
that
bottles
stank
all
away.
Calgon is not for hookers.
No.
You heard it
Which
live
leads
right
me
here.
back to the hooker cleanup station that I believe should be installed at a certain Colfax store.
Right?
Put a fountain in the parking lot. Have a little dispenser that gives out soap and lotion and shit for 25 cents a squirt.
And hand sanitizer. If you charge for it, they're not going to pay for it.
You can scrub your cooter on the.
There could be like there could be a mini fountain that just like
Although-
blasts water up into your giant.
yeah,
Not
butthole.
just get a hose and one of those things like from the car wash with the real long brush that spits soap out the end.
Basically, like a
And you could
large
just,
fountain.
you know,
bidet.
kind of just get over it and be like, yeah. It could just be something that comes out of the ground and you just squat over it, you know, and you're just like, all right, oh
Dude,
shit.
I've seen
You
some
can put
of
a
the
little tickler in there
grossest
so it can
things
scrub and tickle you all at the same time.
Feel like a pressure washer.
Be
Hey,
known as the herpes fountain. like,
it's the herpes brush. Get it while it's good.
I'd rather
damn
be
it.
the first one to use it in the day than the last one. okay.
But it'd have to be like a bidet. It'd have to have some kind of
Right,
self-sanitizing, self-cleaning
Right,
after you wipe your
right.
AIDS and
Infested.
herpes-infested hooker gina
I
on
thought
it.
this would be a great idea, you know, if the hookers were hot. like they get all naked out in the fountain and like clean themselves.
Can I ask
put
you a
the,
question?
The little voyeur cams in the bottom of the shower.
But then
When's
we
the last
have
time
the
you saw a
hookers.
hot hooker?
Then we have the hookers on Colfax that come in and like they got like 3 teeth and they're all, I ain't ashamed of what I do.
I ain't afraid of no
I'm
ghosts.
like, are you kidding me? I had a gentleman tell me that he was gonna get lucky that day. He walked in with a hooker and he's like, I think I just might get lucky. And I was like, it ain't lucky if you gotta pay for it. And she looked at me and said, I ain't even ashamed of what I do. I raised 6 kids doing this. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Take your 3 teeth and move it along.
Move along. Go to the liquor store across the street.
I don't even want to see any of those hookers from West or East Colfax.
None of them. Are there?
Now there's rumors that there's Cherry Creek hookers.
Are Cherry Creek hookers hot?
I don't know. There's always been walking around Cherry Creek.
I imagine Cherry Creek
for the one
hookers would be a
without
little
the
more.
Nordstrom bag.
Yep.
Yeah, but they could just be some random fuck that's stuck without a car, just having to walk some bullshit to work. Or some craziness, you know, who knows?
Yeah, if work is
You know what
hookering.
really sucks? You know what really sucks is having to walk somewhere on Colfax. Like, for real. Like, everyone thinks you're a hooker, whether you're a hooker or
bum,
not.
or
I decided it was a good idea
Something.
to walk from Mad Hatter's to Arby's one day. 2 blocks, never doing that ever again, ever.
Dude, I walked from Mad Hatter's all the way to Pink House one day.
Yeah, that's pretty
fuck
intense.
that.
Dude, Colfax sucks.
I hit a
Hey,
creeper
baby,
with
you
my
need
car in
some
the parking lot.
company? No, I don't need any company, and I don't want to be your company either. There's a chick down the street at the White Swan that would gladly be your company. Knock on hotel door number 4G. Because that's about all that goes on in
You'll
that
know
room.
it when you see it.
You see at least
You'll
4
smell it
people
when
go
you get
in,
close.
nobody comes out.
Or if you ever
Hotel
see
4G.
a line. If you ever see a line.
If there's a line
the
outside,
hotel room
you're
door.
probably at the right door.
Gross.
And not a line of anything, but just of people. Well, maybe a line of
There's
something too. who
probably a
fucking
line
knows?
inside.
There's probably lines inside. Yeah, but a line
It
of
makes
people
me
outside.
sad. Like, it's highly entertaining to observe the White Swan,
Right.
but it kind of makes me sad in a way because, you know, a lot of these people live there. When your whole house is furniture is like out in front of your motel room door, like that's got to be the bottom. It has to be, but it costs like $1,200 a month to rent
Well,
a
it
room
can't be the
there.
bottom because, like,
You still got.
you're still
a
paying
roof.
out.
It's about $1,000 to $1,200 a month to live there.
Yeah, that's some shit.
That's
A lot of
insane. Like, yeah, you gotta hook every day. Like,
A lot of blowjobs.
I give you a $50 blowjob so I can pay for my room tonight,
Because-
and then everything on top of that's profit. Exactly, but most of those
there's
people
probably credit
probably
checks
can't get one.
and
You
shit.
know, they're
But if you're
probably at that
slanging
point
enough-
where they can't.
If you're slanging enough gina, I would imagine that you could pay the security
Lot
deposit.
of gina.
and
That is a lot of gina.
yeah,
to
but
be
we've
slanging.
seen some of them hookers. So speaking of hookers, that video that we saw, the security footage from your store that showed the hooker and the dude walking across the street, and the dude got ran over.
You obviously only pay a hooker to leave when she's done. This dude got hit by a car. They're crossing the street, and you see him look, and he waits for one car to pass, and he's with the hooker. So they're in the middle of the lane, the eastbound lane. Westbound lane. I was close.
No, I mean,
Yeah. They're in the middle of it. They wait for the one person to go, and he looks, and he didn't look a second time to see if there was another one coming,
Or
and he
maybe
like
he did.
steps out.
drunk.
Maybe,
They're-
but I don't think so. It didn't look like he looked. He steps out, boom, gets hit by a car. The hooker takes off running back to the hotel.
Back to the hotel.
But so like the police came the next day, and they're like, "We're here to investigate."
Somebody had to
And I was
come.
like, investigate what? Okay, Officer Dighead, what do we got to talk about? And he explained to me that somebody had been hit out in front of the shop literally moments after we closed the blinds. Like, it happened at 7:45. So 15 minutes before we closed, they had shut the blinds.
Wait,
Nobody
how
knew
did
what
nobody
was going
know?
on. They didn't see it or hear it. All they saw when they went to leave, was that there was an ambulance out there. But they didn't know what happened.
Nobody pay attention to what goes on.
Nobody pays
outside
attention
those
to that.
walls.
Once
You
it's
want to know
dark.
what's going on inside.
Damn, dude, you guys shouldn't have closed the blinds. You could have seen body parts flaming.
It was missed by absolute moments.
But see,
Pay money to see that though.
Dude, right?
the moral, though, is, if I recall the story correctly, is that the officer informed you that it was the person's fault because they were jaywalking.
Yes,
They were not
in the
walking.
state of Colorado, there is a law against jaywalking. So those of you people that think you can just walk out on the street because if you get hit, it's their fault and they're going to be in trouble and blah, blah,
You
blah,
have to be in a crosswalk.
you need to be in a crosswalk.
Like, people think that, well, no matter what, pedestrians have the right of way. Well, yeah, in the crosswalk,
Well, and
yes.
here's the whole thing. This
crosswalks, pedestrians have the right of way all the time.
gentleman,
But if you're crossing the fucking street in the middle of fucking traffic
Right.
and you get hit by a car thinking that you get to sue the
It's
car
your
that hit
fault.
you, fucking think again.
this particular man ended up in ICU on a ventilator and such, and I'm not even sure if he lived or not. I have never heard anything more about it. But the car insurance will not pay for his medical bills because he was breaking the law. So basically, this person's in the hospital, and
What about parking lots? If you
parking lots are
hit
private
someone in the
property.
parking lot.
Parking lots are private property, so I'm not exactly sure how
That
that
happened
works.
to me once.
Right?
Yeah, I hit a creeper in Mad Hatter's parking lot. one
A creeper ain't gonna report it anyway.
Nah, he was fucked up, dude.
Dude, we had a gentleman come in the other day.
It was so funny though.
I had a guy come in that was so fucked up the other day. He was singing to himself. Came in, bought a pipe, went behind the store, and was still singing by our back door. And was just sitting there by the door smoking some weed. Like, we had to go tell him that he needed to leave.
Yeah.
It
Can
was
you walk like to
awkward.
the other parking lot or the
I
liquor
could
store
hear
parking
him
lot,
through the
something?
door singing. It was weird. It was.
So real quick,
Anyway,
sorry, I got to bring this up. Speaking of Colorado laws, driving
Uh-huh.
laws, another Colorado law is one of my favorite. Colorado law states that, how did it go? There's this sign. It says it all over the fucking highways is keep right except to pass. That means if you're fucking doing 60 miles an hour in the left lane on the highway, you're gonna fucking cause lots of road rage, and you're part of the problem. So get the fuck out of that lane, please. You're pissing off a lot of people.
here's one for you that I ran into.
and it's
today.
illegal. So get the fuck out of there.
If you get into an accident on the highway, there's a reason that it says to move your shit to the shoulder. Because 3 cars sitting in a row in the middle of I-25 and 2 ambulances and multiple police cars really fucks up traffic, even at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, another good rule to go by is if you're on the highway and the lanes to your right, if those cars are passing you, you need to get the fuck over because you're not going with the flow of traffic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can be going 60 in the far left-hand lane as long as the right-hand lanes are going like 50 and 55.
And there's nobody behind
And
you. If
there's
somebody's
nobody
behind
on
you
your
riding
ass.
your ass and there's nobody in front of
Clearly,
you.
they would like to go faster than 60, so what you can do is you can move your ass over so they can pass, and then when you come up on the person doing 55, you simply move your ass back over to the left.
Ain't
It's
fucking
not that
man.
fucking hard.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I
it's
wish
nice
people
to
would
not.
learn how to merge, okay?
There seems to be a
Accelerate when you merge, people in Colorado.
God, no shit. Like, people, why do you brake when you merge over?
I
You
don't
brake, you
understand.
fuck up all the traffic. You're just a douchebag.
I wonder what driver's ed is like here.
Oh, I like this moment of venting.
Or,
This is
or like
great.
the pictures that tell you that the lane's gonna end. Those pictures are there for a reason. It means move the fuck over.
Oh, and if you
Because
want to
it's
get over,
going
it
to
really
one
helps
lane.
if you turn that little thing on that lets people know that you're trying to get over.
You mean that blinker thing?
That blinker thing, yeah, that says if
little
you're
light?
trying to go left
A
or
blinky
right,
thing?
and then you accelerate
right?
so that you don't cause a fucking wreck.
Exactly. Dude, I hate traffic. I hate people. I hate how they drive. He scares me when he drives, and it's because he's a very aggressive
Yeah,
driver.
you have to be aggressive.
I know.
Otherwise, you're going to either be late or hit.
Well, I used to be a
right?
little racer, you know? Like, I like the little Japanese import cars because they're just fun to tune. So I've been out of it since 05, and now I got an Integra, so I'm back into it. And it's got a little fucking... But it's like a go-kart, so it's really small, so I can just weave in and out of traffic super easy. And I got control because I got the wheel, I got the brakes. It's all good.
Yeah.
There's no fucking steering wheel or brake pedal on the passenger side of the car. No matter how hard you slam on the floor and you fucking punch for the there's just no fucking steering wheel. You punch too hard, an airbag is going to come out and blow your face off. So
I get a little tense sometimes.
it's rough, but I have to point out, like, as aggressive as some of us Colorado folk are, okay, I've been to Phoenix. Okay, my aunt at the time, when we were kids, we went down to Phoenix, and the kids, me and my brother, had to ride in the back of the truck, and we were going out inner tubing, and backed out of the driveway, and we're doing 90 from her house to the stop sign. It was the most terrifying drive as a child. We're sitting in the back of a truck. And this is standard driving from what I remember seeing the several times I've been out in Phoenix. So it's... How did people drive where you moved here from? You're North Carolina?
Well, it rains there a lot, so we know how to drive in the rain.
You know, we have a bunch of fucked up weather here, and
You would
people
think with
don't
all
know
the
shit.
snow, people could drive in the rain.
And with everything that's going
I mean,
on
just
lately
a
with
drizzle.
traffic, imagine what's going to happen on Thursday
Dude,
when
it
it
just
snows.
needs to mention on the news that it's gonna rain here, and people drive like fucking idiots. Seriously.
And people here don't seem to know that when it's raining, you should turn your headlights on so you're visible to other vehicles. That drives me freaking nuts.
I've seen several cars over the last 2 weeks that just don't have headlights or taillights at
night,
nighttime
yeah.
period.
What are you doing?
Like their headlights are
Do you
on,
have
but
night
no
vision
other lights are
goggles?
going.
Is that legal?
right?
I would be doing that.
Yeah,
You know, stealth mode,
Right?
like.
Well, we passed one car the other day where they had no headlights, no taillights, no marking outside lights of any kind, but their dash lights were on.
Oh.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
well, look, so the inside of your car's
made
illuminated. Does the rest of the ground in front of you not being illuminated not? And like, I almost hit him, so that's why I remember it, because, and I didn't mean to, I just couldn't fucking see
On
him.
the way over here tonight, it was dark, and a Charger is going down 25 with no lights on. I go to merge, and I can't see them. Or that was not me. I don't know. That was sometime when I was driving earlier.
Okay, so since we're talking about things that just really grind our gears here,
Yeah,
for
gear
lack
grinding.
of better thing to say, we have someone in the chat room asking how we feel about Amendment 64. So I think it would be a good time to call Miss Chloe
Yeah.
if we could do that.
Well, all right.
Hopefully she
she's
said
available.
her phone's about to
You
die.
guys,
so
everybody
hopefully-
needs to get a pen and pad and take notes.
take notes, people.
All I know is that it's called regulation.
Yes.
It's regulate marijuana like wine and alcohol.
Yes.
That's not legalized, people. Huge difference.
Absolutely.
That's my.
I hope she
understanding.
answers because she said she sent me a message. She's like, my phone's almost ready to die. Answer, Chloe. Come in, Tokyo.
Hi, you've reached Chloe Stout. Please leave a message, and I will be...
Aww.
Well, we should have left her a message, though. Oh, well.
So anyway, hopefully she's supposed to text me when she gets her phone charged. So I guess. Anyway,
So-
how much do you know about what's going on Thursday night?
Or how much do you know about Amendment
She was
64?
hanging out with Chloe today. She was with Chloe's sexy ass today. I'm jealous.
Basically, the event that Chloe, with her company, Cloverleaf Consulting, basically what she's doing on Thursday is an impact panel discussing how 64 is going to impact the medical marijuana industry and Colorado in general if it passes and also if it doesn't pass. This isn't a debate. It's not going to be a table of people against 64 and people for 64 and battling it out. It's going to be discussing how it's going to affect Colorado.
Nice.
Basically, they're going to explain to people so that they can understand exactly what Amendment 64 is. So, like I said before, that event is at Castleman's.
And it is
Thursday
free.
night.
It
It's
is
a
free
event.
free.
And you know what I wonder about it? Like, a few years ago, there was a huge ordeal over HB 1284, you know,
Yes.
in 2010. And, you know, all these regulations went into place, and the MMED was created, a few years back, and blah, blah, blah. And they put all these regulations into play, and they hired all these people, and they said, okay, you're going to be our enforcers, and we got ATVs and SUVs, and we got guns and computers and all this fucking shit, which was huge waste of money. And not more than a couple years later, they're down to 12 employees, have all this excess shit because they just pissed it away. And so you have to wonder, with these new regulations coming in, and not legalization, because legalization would take laws off the books. Regulation adds laws to the books. So that's my basic current understanding of Amendment 64. You know, it may be good. It may be a baby step in the right direction, you know, if it allows the general person access to cannabis. But you have to think, if you have a limit of 6 plants, how are they going to enforce that? I mean, is there going to be random door checks?
Well, nicely, Jeremy, how are they going to enforce that when we have how many people over the age of 21 living in Colorado?
Tons.
Right. I mean, how worried about it do you really have to be? I really feel like their focus is going to be on the major trafficking. Any law enforcement. I mean, that's what.
Well, and even then, what harm does major
Task Force
trafficking
is focused
do?
on now are dispensaries pushing hundreds of pounds out the back door.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they don't care about if John Doe is growing 8 plants versus 6 plants.
No.
Right. Well, no, and that's probably true too. So it's like, well, how are they going to enforce these things? So you're probably right with that. So that's a.
So anyway.
But it's gonna. But seriously, if you can come, so is it? I'd like to know. That's why I want to go Thursday, because is it just going to be like a liquor store? So can people from out of state just come here and buy it? Is it going to be that accessible? Is it like, okay, if they say you can only have or buy an ounce at a time, so I go to store A, I buy an ounce. I spend all day going to fucking weed stores like liquor stores. And I just buy an ounce, and after 12 hours and tons of money, I've got pounds of fucking pot. I mean, how is all any of this supposed to be enforced when they're like, well, you can have an ounce limit and blah, 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 this.
People
so it's
do
like,
that now.
you're only allowed to get
People
caught
do that
with an
now
ounce?
in dispensaries.
Hopefully
People go
this
dispensary
stuff-
hopping.
Well, right.
Hopefully all of this will be explained on Thursday.
I mean, is there a limit as to how much alcohol you can buy each day? No.
I don't know. I think some liquor
So, I mean,
stores.
on that basis, I don't
know.
think that there should be a limit, but
No, but it's baby steps. I'm sure
baby
that.
steps. It's progression. It means that if you're over the age of 21, you can have an ounce on you. You're not going to go to jail.
Right.
It also means that it is because we're in Colorado and it's an amendment to our Constitution. Not only are you able to do that, but it is your constitutional right to have that ounce of pot.
Right.
But, oh, damn it. I forgot. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a brain fart.
So anyway.
I'm sorry.
No, it was going to go along with what you were saying, and then I thought of something else, and gone.
Yeah, ADD.
Yeah, it happens.
It's fun sometimes.
I don't even know where I'm going now.
It'll just be interesting to see how it works out. You know, the news stories are coming out kind of negative.
Oh, here's Chloe. So let's
yay.
try to give her another call. She says she's ready.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. She can really answer these questions
Yes.
like way better.
Yes,
than
yes.
Can I be the first person to say something?
Go ahead.
All right.
It has to be vulgar, though.
Oh, it's gonna be.
We are on SexPot Radio.
This is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. This is Jim Bob with. Fuck, I didn't think anything through.
Dildos?
Fuck, dude, I
Well,
tried.
hi, Jim Bob. How are you?
I'm just splendid. How are you doing on this fine, lovely Tuesday evening?
Oh, I'm just great. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Well, wait. Are you naked tonight, Chloe? Because you know our.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay,
Yes, you are under your clothes.
You have to be naked underneath your clothes, silly.
Well, yes, I guess I am, actually.
Well, goddamn,
That
look.
was smooth.
Got all steamy in
That was
here.
smooth. Just kidding.
How are you, gorgeous?
Oh, I'm good, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to SexPot Radio on Inappropriate Touch Tuesday.
Yeah, you remembered.
Oh, thanks for having me.
For sure. So we've kind of told our listeners a little bit about what's going on Thursday, but would you like to explain it a little better for them?
Yeah, sure. Basically, the current industry as we have it, we've invested so much money and, so much time in building these laws, which I wouldn't say are where we want them. But, we have a lot of different things that we're facing as we face the next 2 weeks in this upcoming election. We don't know who our president's going to be. We have Amendment 64, which could possibly regulate marijuana and split the industry in two. So we would then have medical marijuana and recreational marijuana. So a lot of people wonder, how is that going to affect my business? Or can I then get into the business? And how should I position myself? Things like that. So we're going to discuss that on Thursday. And it's at 5 o'clock at Castleman's. and we'll have an attorney panel to discuss the effects of 64 on the businesses and on how it's going to affect our current model.
Now, does it start promptly at 4 or 5? Fuck, sorry.
No, that's just when the doors open. The panel's going to start at 6, so it'll be between 6 and 7, an hour panel, and then we'll have about a half an hour of questions and just a networking, happy hour type event afterwards, just for a couple hours, so we can all talk and get answers to what we need there.
Chloe, is anyone by any chance videoing this discussion?
Yes, we have a couple people that are, and we are going to post it on YouTube for people who can't make it later on.
Okay, so it would be possible to post for our listeners then?
Yeah, you'll be able to. They can definitely see it with you guys. If they want, I can get you a copy of the video as well.
That would be perfect. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Awesome.
But either way, I do hope to see everybody there. We also have the federal rescheduling, so we don't know if they're going to, change the medical use of it. Right now, it's currently, a class 1 substance, which has no medical benefits and is extremely addictive. So if the ASA and the DEA court battle here, if they reschedule marijuana, we could be, facing some changes there as well. So it'll be an interesting discussion. You guys should come down and check it out.
All right.
Definitely want to be there.
I think that's our plan.
Because I would like some real understanding about this, because it's my understanding everyone's all, we're going to legalize marijuana in Colorado. It's like, how do you get legalized out of the word regulate? So what's your understanding of this, Chloe?
I think it's tricky. It's like we all know that marijuana should be legalized and nobody should go to jail for marijuana. I mean, it's, the hardest part is we can't take that past criminal. Most people say, well, they should, if we're going to say there's no criminal felony penalties for this, then we're just going to leave people sitting in jail. And so it's a very touchy subject. And I mean, I've had a hard time deciding. I mean, on one hand, it sounds great. On the other hand, it's like, well, are the feds going to come in if it's not medical? I mean, it's a tricky subject, and that's kind of why I think I am having the panel, because talking to people, I don't think I'm really sure, or many people are sure of which it's basically how everybody else stands that's regulating it for us. And would they allow us to just go full legalization? Maybe they'll allow us this regulated system, but I mean, that's another thing to consider too.
Well, is it true that they put the 5 nanogram limit in there as far as driving?
It says that you can't drive under the influence. So there's not an actual nanogram limit. That's actually in Washington.
Right.
I think it's in I think at the I-502, if I'm correct. I think
that's
had a lot of
Washington's.
time to keep up on it, but I know they didn't put an actual nanogram reading in our bill, but it does say you can't drive under the influence. But then again, I think we're about to have many DUIs start, THC DUIs start happening. I mean, I know many are already getting THC DUIs, so
I really hope
I'm not really sure.
The highway shit's already fucked up already. If people would smoke a joint before they left work, driving would be so much more chill. I mean, not for some people. Some people would just be fucking retarded. But
that's the problem. There's too many people that drive retarded out there, and if those people smoke and are driving more retarded,
I got
if you drink too much coffee and you're all wired, or you know what I mean, that could be dangerous too. So
it's dangerous. It's dangerous to be driving when you're intoxicated in any manner.
Absolutely.
Whether it be,
it's just dangerous to drive. Period. There's
no kidding. No kidding.
No shit.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy out there.
And the event Thursday is free, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
The event Thursday, it's free, right?
Yes, it's free.
And you said
everybody's welcome.
It ends when?
It ends around 10 o'clock, the whole event. I mean, we're going to have a networking happy hour afterwards, and everybody can stay. But the actual panel will be between 6 and 7, and then we'll have some questions afterwards. But it'll be completely done by like 7:30 for sure.
Are they going to have Are they going to have their kitchen open?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure they will.
Last event that I was at there, I figured the kitchen would be open. I didn't stop and eat on the way. I was starving.
It was the hemp connoisseur
and the kitchen was
event.
closed.
It's like a big stoner
It would
event.
be a
and the
really
kitchen's
bad
closed.
business move.
It was a bad business move that night.
Event and close the kitchen for business revenue. So I'm sure they'll probably keep it open.
I hope so. I hope so.
That would be great.
All right, Chloe.
Well, I
thank
really
you.
appreciate you guys calling today.
For sure.
Well,
And
we're glad
I
that
can't
you're
wait
available.
to see you on Thursday. I think it's going to be a really interesting conversation. I hope that everybody is just respectful to each other and that it's a place where everybody can come and get support no matter what their opinions are, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Chloe, for joining us. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you very, very soon.
Yay.
Okay, Jenny. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, for sure. Have a
Have
good night.
Chloe. All right. Well,
And that was Chloe Villano of Cloverleaf.
she is so awesome.
She's awesome. I love that woman. She's crazy. She's about as crazy as I am. For real.
There's different levels.
There are different levels of crazy.
And categories.
Yes.
Many categories. Like, there's probably many more. I mean, normal is not even an existent thing anymore. But
Chloe's kind of like me on the aspect that she overlaps into many categories.
right.
I think we all kind of do. Yeah. But
So what do we got left for the night? I think it's the best part.
we have
Costumes?
a couple of things still. We're
Ooh, I've
gonna.
just
We
been
have.
excited for costumes.
We
Sorry.
have a study that I want to talk to you on sexual
yeah.
touch.
Let's get to it.
While most studies on sex focus on the types such as oral, vaginal, and anal. Would you stop it?
Come on, concentrate.
Dude, the things that
Inappropriate Touch Tuesday.
dude, this is really hard. God damn it. What the hell? Anyway.
Come on, read the news, lady.
Anyway, often these studies forget about touch, such as hugs, cuddles, and kisses. The things that make sex more than an in, out, and repeat.
Well, there's usually a load blowing. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Right. Anyway, a new study focuses on the value of sexual touching to arousal and orgasm. Basically, what they did was they focused on a subsample of 1,300 people out of 3,000 that had had sex within the past year. It's hard to believe that only 1,300 out of 3,000 people had had sex within 12 months. That scares me.
That's why people can't drive.
No shit.
All this tension.
Right, just jerk off in the morning and make shit better.
And basically, this study was to determine the relationship between sexual touch and difficulties experiencing arousal and orgasm. They asked these people, how much do you kiss? On the mouth, hands, head, anywhere. How much do you hug or spoon with your partner? Do you rub your hands up and down your partner's back or chest? And the study just totally focuses on touch, and basically what they've found is that a lot of people that can't reach arousal aren't touched very much during sex. It's more of just pumping.
Well, I think that's because sex is about touch, and if you're not touching enough, then obviously you're not having good sex, and therefore
If you're just
not
there for the motion,
exactly,
it's not worth.
Exactly. Like, I think about some people's sex life, and I think it must be really lame and must suck really bad.
Right?
For them.
Do you ever wonder how some people even get any? It's like really like.
Well, some don't. And
we've tried. We've tried to help those people, but for some people, there's just no help. Some of those people have asked for advice, and they need to stop focusing on the past and focus on the task at hand. Because if I set them up with one more girl and I get asked, what the fuck was that shit about? Do you hate me? I'm going to kill somebody. You did. I was totally talking about you.
What's gonna happen? Who's dying?
I just know that
we're gonna get you a hooker.
Nice,
or
dude.
4 or 5.
Nice.
I know,
We've already
but
discussed this.
He wants to violate a hooker.
Well, it's not so much. No, I want to disrespect
a hooker.
It's entirely different.
I think we talked about this last time Lauren was here.
Now, do you want her to do that while she's sucking your dick, or you just want to disrespect her?
No, it's more of like a,
Put it in her
I don't know,
ass and
sex
punch her in
without
the head.
compassion.
Donkey punch.
Well, yeah, I guess that too. Like
Yes.
you know.
Well,
but
I mean, you can pay for those kind of things.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
And if you don't want to pay, there's like websites.
like things that I don't want to do to Jenny, but I just feel like, no offense, women, because I know that y'all know men that deserve
if
it
you
too.
say you want to slap
But-
a bitch sometimes,
but we all know
then
bitches
you
that
might be
deserve
ready to
some
get
shit.
slapped.
Us dudes do. Just like all women know dudes that deserve some shit. So
Right?
it's just one of those things that sometimes, you know, like, there's not too many men hookers. And if there were, would a woman want to get a man hooker just to abuse him? I mean, women abuse us all the time anyway, so it's...
Oh, yes, that did actually happen.
Really?
In real life.
Not in
I don't
pretend?
remember any names or specific details, but
Probably
that,
should.
that
don't
really
need
did
names.
happen. There was a woman who lived out in the middle of nowhere, and she took in like men as like sex slaves, setting them up for that. So now I'll give you room and board if you like be a sex slave, and then she ends up tying them up and like killing them and dismembering them.
Oh, man, it started out great.
And she like poisons them.
Turned
and
into
all
shit.
kinds of crazy stuff. That crazy
See?
shit really
Fuck
does
you,
happen
bitch.
though.
You see, it's,
No, what
fuck
she just
that.
needed to do was find dudes that were into that. That's all she had to do. There's websites.
Right?
No kidding. But
The
it's probably
internet.
not as much fun. It's like there's very few known
the
women
tears
serial
aren't real.
killers, but there's a lot of sick dudes out there. So, you know, it's probably fair that there's a woman out there fucking
They
dudes
should get
over.
together and kill each other.
Yeah. But that's
True.
yeah.
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 So anyway, how did we
I'm
get
not
to
really sure.
Who fucking knows? Oh, because I wanted to. That's why it's like reasons to get a hooker to abuse them.
I don't know how we ended up talking about why to get a hooker.
It's more of like, I guess the abuse that I'm talking about. It's
Sometimes
just
I
like
don't
blowing
know
a
what
load on her
happened.
face when I'm done, and then not saying anything, not getting her a towel, just putting on my clothes,
like
you know, and spitting
hardcore.
on the floor and leaving. You know, like, I don't know. I mean, just, you know, we've all been there and had that, just where you just, like your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, you know, there's always just that woman, and I don't want to say that you want to choke out, because that just sounds mean and violent, but, you know, that girl that you just want to punch her face in. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Oh, these are women that you know?
I know it's weird to think that I know women that are
Do you
so
want to
fucked up
just-
that you just want to...
Do you just want to find hookers that look like these?
I don't want
women,
to. I don't want to
or
physically hurt anybody. I just want to, you know,
disrespect.
like, so you know how when we have sex and we're done and it's like there's compassion. Like, I don't just get up and
You
I'm like,
get me a
fuck you,
towel.
bitch, and fucking like I get you a towel. I clean you off and make sure that everything's all nice and chill and it's
Right.
you know, but like I want to not do that.
Dude, he really is awesome. Like, he's like, here's
Like
a
you have
towel.
to treat a woman right before and after,
Hey, I've gotten up in the middle of the night and blow dried the bed. Okay.
which I appreciate because when you wet the
It was
bed,
on his side.
right? It's funny, like when you wet the bed, but it's not like when you peed the bed. It's just when you wet the bed. It's during sexy time.
During naughty time, naughty adult time. Anyway, what the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't know.
I love the show because we never stay on
You
track.
can get like plastic sheets and a squeegee.
That's pretty much.
Dude, like the same kit that you get for old people at nursing homes.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
You know? You're like, Grandma, I'm tired of you doing
Or
that
like
shit. Now you're getting the
puppy
plastic and
training
stuff.
pads.
They make what they call
But
lap
see, then you have
pads.
to remember to put those down, and that's the problem. Is you never
Right?
remember to put these
Oh
things
no,
down.
that we
It's
always
always
keep
a, hey, is
towels
there
by
a
our
Towel
towel?
by the bed, but how many times do you actually stop and go, hold on a minute, let me go get this towel?
This
and
has
A
put
lot.
this."
A lot, because you know, ruining
But
that
the
moment
The
of
law
sex.
offices of vets and maintenance mats provide criminal defense, medical
Just in case
marijuana
you
defense.
talk about shit like that.
Holy shit balls, man! Like
Yes.
they needed to be heard so bad that they're like, "Fucking, we're hacking this cyber shit of your own, and we're gonna play." That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, like you just need to keep a stack of towels within arm's reach, okay?
Right,
Like
because
be
it's-
prepared.
It's way easier to stop fucking for just a few moments to get a towel to save minutes to half hour to an hour of
I don't
trying
know,
to
this
clean
is a
and
new
dry the bed.
concept for me.
I'm sorry, I don't like get.
You stop.
I'm usually exhausted
Get a towel?
after. I don't
You
want to
just- you
get
can
up and
stop
change the
when
bed.
you're done to get the towel.
Like when I no, you can't because
At our house, you need a towel.
you need a towel because if not, the sheets are soaked, the under sheets are soaked, the mattress pad and the fucking mattress, and it's like, dude, I don't. maybe 2 a.m. There's just not time to deal with that shit afterwards. It's like, fuck.
We gotta
mess.
get up for work in like 3 hours.
Remove the towel,
but
go
wait,
to
you're
bed.
cut though, right? So you don't use condoms. So
No,
you
no.
have that mess going somewhere.
I was like, I'm cut.
See,
What happened?
it goes in this
fuck?
little baggie that you just like toss and hope it doesn't land on.
Oh,
the same pile
you're
as
the only
clothes.
one that makes a mess?
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the female. Like, dude, I don't make that big of a mess to require the needing a towel to catch the jizz, but
I
women
guess I just don't care.
women
enough.
make a big mess. I mean, not all
Wait.
women, but
You put a towel over the cold spot when you go to bed. I'm not
No.
like if he
we
ever
have to do that
if he ever
sometimes.
wanted to stop to get some shit like a towel.
I don't think she understands the extent of this.
Okay, clearly you guys are.
no. The trick is
messy.
you come back and you like if he had to leave to go get a towel. You just the trick
leave
is you
to
just
go get a towel.
you just get up, go
Now
get a
we're
towel.
leaving to go get a towel.
Fuck, I didn't mean leave. Okay, I meant get up. You get up to get a towel, and
Trust me.
if you
I'm
want
leaving the damn room.
if you want
okay?
success in your return, you come back and you go right for tongue for vagina, you know, and that helps bring back. They're like, you fucker, oh, never mind, and bam, fucking problem solved.
So, yeah,
Happy woman all over again.
I'm just saying. Sometimes. Whatever.
But she's
I'm
right
not
though.
even
Keep
gonna
a
say
stack of towels
sometimes.
next to the bed. Like, in fact, we should probably increase our towel. Like when we go,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, why don't we get that towel? No, fuck it. We should probably start.
Yeah.
But it's really handy
Anyway.
having a washing machine within feet of the bed.
Yes.
So in the winter, we can even have warm fucking towels. What up now?
Well, now that's appealing.
See?
Warm.
See?
Warm towels. Awesome. What the fuck?
I don't know. This started with your study of touch, and then it turned into towels. And
No, it
compassionate
started with
and-
the study of touch. We finished it before you even came back to the room.
Oh, and then
Then we
hookers and
started
violence and shit.
Hookers and violence,
I
and now
remember.
towels.
I
Anyway,
remember.
we're gonna talk about one more thing, and then we're gonna go to break. So we're gonna talk about ways to become more attractive to men.
This I'd like to hear because there's lots of suggestions from dudes, but
Yes.
Break it
Well,
off.
the University of Rochester has done a little bit of studying.
imagine that.
Yes, you know, because like our tax dollars don't pay for enough.
Because you college folk are smart.
Yeah, they know all about getting it on and.
Just wait
what's
till 5 or
attractive.
10 years after you're out of college. You ain't gonna be so smart no more. Damn it.
So anyway, the University of Rochester showed that men rated women in red as more sexually attractive. Unfortunately, this didn't help in the rating when it came to personality or intelligence. They still thought you had a shitty personality and you might not be so smart. But
Yeah,
you looked better.
A shitty personality is a shitty personality. You can't dress
Dude,
up
you
shit
can be
at
the
all.
most amazingly beautiful person on the planet, but if you got a shitty personality and you're dumb as a box of rocks,
You'll never amount to being anything more than a cum dumpster. Look it up. Cum dumpster.
Unless you
Yeah.
stop to get a towel.
Yeah. Well, but see, if you follow the Hitchhiker's Guide, you know to always have your towel.
Always have a
never,
towel.
Never leave without a towel. Always have one.
So
You
yeah.
have to. 42.
Oh, they do make towels though that are like that little, and then you take it out and you start to get it wet, and it just absorbs and it gets all big.
Yeah, they make
Really?
a towel and a pill. Like like
Yeah.
some of them are in a capsule. You drop them in water and they just go
It's the Sham Wowie.
ShamWow
Plus.
towel.
Fucking A.
They actually have them like at dollar stores and shit. Like they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
We used to get them when I
They
was
soak
little.
up a lot.
So if you were fucked up and you gave one of these things to a person and said, "Yo, man,
Swallow
this is
this."
great shit, man,"
That'd be fucked
here you
up.
go, and then you swallow a
That would be
sponge
fucked
towel
up.
thing, would it?
I don't think I've
absorb
ever
all your
hated
shit?
Can you
anyone that
imagine
much.
if it didn't, like if the capsule that it was in, because it's in a plastic capsule, it's not something that's necessarily going to like dissolve like a pill would, but if it went through your stomach acids and started to break down, and
It
just as
slowly
you were going to
dissolves,
poop it out, it started to expand and it got stuck in your butt.
You get to pull it out.
That would be so funny.
That's disgusting.
So the moral of this story is don't take pills given to you by strangers. It could be a sponge.
Yes. Well, or other things.
Or a
Strangers
ShamWow.
have good candy, but beware of the pills.
Just look at it. If it looks like it may have a ShamWow stuffed inside of it, don't fucking swallow it. You don't want that shit inflating
Open
in
the
your
pill up
intestines.
to see what's
it looks
inside.
like a vitamin, though. It does because it's very
yeah.
small and it's just like different colors, like pink or orange or blue.
That's scary.
I know.
Like, don't take pink pills unless they have pretty cartoon characters on them.
Okay.
Rollin'. Just kidding.
Anyway, number 2, red lipstick. Men spend 50% of their time staring at the perfect pout. Do you guys really spend that much time looking at lips?
Probably.
I don't think so.
Do you imagine it like wrapped around your penis?
Yes.
What do men stare at the most? Is it really boobs?
It just depends. Generally because they're right there.
Right.
Yeah, they're
But-
just out there.
Like,
Right? Not really.
I don't know, I mean, everything. It just depends. Like, if you're walking away, we're not looking at the back of your
Well,
head.
it depends on the guy, too. Like, not every guy is a
Never.
tit guy. Not every guy is an ass guy.
Right,
No,
right,
exactly.
Some
right.
guys
So it's-
don't care if you have little boobies, but if you have, like, a really big, beautiful butt, then they're just perfectly happy.
Right.
Or
Well,
vice versa.
anyway, the study says that red mesmerized men 7.3 seconds on average, while pink only mesmerized them for about 6.7 seconds. The hypothesis says that red lips mimic the widening of blood vessels that happens during sexual arousal. The
No.
widening of
No.
blood vessels.
I
Well, but
don't see how that.
pink is,
Pink, you sink the pink, dude. That's all there is to it.
like,
You know, like, pink is sexier to me than red. Red is just, with the exception of Jessica Rabbit. That's a fucked up
That's
this
kind of a
cartoon.
given.
But, you know, like, that was just damaging to all of us as youth.
Right.
You know, like, you weren't a lesbian before, you are now.
Dude, I just had like the whole patty cake scene from Who Framed Roger Rabbit go through my head. Patty cake, patty cake, patty cake, patty cake. Sorry.
Yeah. Suddenly feel like playing a game. But not with that jigsaw fella. He cheats.
I'm not sure
Anyway.
who this woman is, but I'd like to meet her someday.
Who are you talking about?
Jessica Rabbit on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. in
How the
movie.
fuck old are you?
Listen, I didn't watch a lot of cartoons, okay?
Who Framed
It
Roger
wasn't.
Rabbit?
It was like the first movie where they combined animation and real live actors together. Like, you've not seen this movie?
Who framed
You know what I actually do
Roger
now
Rabbit?
that you say that.
Please,
And
Eddie.
there's a bunny in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Roger
And there's a
Rabbit.
dude and he's an artist and he's all fucked up or something.
No,
and
it's a
then
cop. And
He's a cop.
chick
he's all fucked up.
He's a detective.
Maybe
There's
I'm just
a
remembering
big
that.
red hair, big
Yeah.
booby,
Oh, because he's a dick.
red hair.
And there's the weasels.
Oh.
And, you know.
And the cartoons and Bugs Bunny.
Oh
and
my
Mickey
God, we have
Mouse
to
and-
watch this.
I vaguely remember what you're
Lauren
talking
has to
about.
come to my house and watch
I
this.
concur.
I'm pretty sure I have it.
And if not, we'll acquire it.
We will find
Like,
it.
I will go out and buy the fucking DVD just so you can watch that shit.
Yes. Dude, I
do
think
too.
I do too. It's an awesome movie.
It was. It is.
Anyway, number 3.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Have you seen Labyrinth?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, carry on.
Okay, number 3. Smile. Smiling makes you more approachable, and then in turn makes you more attractive.
Because nobody likes frowning people or people that are always talking about their exes or always just down all the time. So if you're one of those negative people, stop. It's just not attractive to anybody.
Exactly. Number 4, laughter. Men are attracted to women who laugh at their jokes. We are all narcissists at heart and like people who like us. Nobody likes people that hate them. Like,
That's not true.
I love my haters.
I love my haters too, to an extent.
Yeah, but, you know,
I'd
people
love
do
to
love
gouge
people
their
that hate
eyes
them.
out too.
Because, like, talk shows are fucking full of those tards.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
I love him. He hits me every night, but he loves me
And he's been sleeping with my sister.
and my mama.
But he
loves me too.
But I'm having his
But he loves
brother's
me.
baby.
Tune in next week on Jerry Springer.
That's Jerry Springer.
You pulled my weave out, bitch. I used to watch Jerry Springer just for the fights.
That's what everybody says.
And the lie detector test says I loved Geraldo too. Just like, dude, I used to work in a nursing home, and like old women love those shows. It's kind of funny. It's like soap operas for old people. I can't believe they're talking about that. Did you see that, Seymour? Anyway, hips. You have them, so use them. Don't act like you're on a runway, but taking slightly longer strides and putting one foot in front of the other, like you're walking a straight line, will give you a sexy ass sway.
I concur. Because dudes notice that little swagger when a girl's walking away. It's like, my hips are wiggling. I want a little piece of that shit.
And even if you don't have hips, use it.
Or have kids
exactly.
and you'll have hips.
Have kids, you'll have hips.
It just happens.
It does. You'll have hips and an ass. Well,
yeah.
Most people.
Well, isn't it supposedly one? I feel like I've heard somewhere that it's one of those subconscious things that it means that if you've got good hips, that it means that you are,
that's
childbearing.
why they are referred to as childbearing hips.
Yeah.
Because if you have a very small pelvis, a hip, babies just don't come out as easy.
Or a brick house.
Right?
What's a brick house? It's not like a blue waffle, is it?
No.
She's mighty.
She's not taking a bunch of bricks on you.
She's letting it all hang out.
Letting it all hang out. Giggity.
I just did that.
I still don't know what you're talking
Anything goes on this show. Yes, it does. All right, I have one more before we go to commercial. Dude, I wrote this stuff down before I talked to you earlier today, and I have got to be. I admit, I laugh, I cry, I laugh some more, I cry some more. Whether I'm happy or sad, it doesn't matter.
You are an emotional roller coaster.
I totally am. I'm not afraid to admit it. Especially if I'm very grateful for something, I will start to cry. It's just, I've held those emotions in most of my life. And over the last few years, I've just let it go.
Yeah, I pretty much need to carry Kleenex with me all the time. So what's the last
anyway,
one?
Keep the tears to a minimum. Study shows that men are less attracted to women that they associate the scent of tears with.
Unless they're Phoenix tears.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have ended it that way. I didn't think
this was the list.
No, I don't mean end it with that.
Oh.
I just mean the whole they associate with the smell of tears, and it's I associate somebody that cries all the time with somebody that either A, has a lot of problems, or B, has just a lot of shit that I don't want to deal with.
But I think they're talking more of a subconscious type of thing. You don't always go around smelling tears, dude.
No, you're crying, come here.
It's like a pheromone sort of thing.
The smell of tears?
The scent, the smell of tears. They say that they're less attracted to people that they associate the smell of tears with.
The smell of tears.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't understand. I mean, I can understand seeing a girl cry, but
right. But
what kind of drugs are you on where you're smelling her tears?
Right, come here. You're crying. Let me smell your tears.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why she's crying.
Tear fetish.
Because you're crazy.
This is what the University of Rochester says. So anyway, we're gonna cut to commercial really quick. Give us about 5 minutes, and we'll be back.
All right. Are you guys? What are you doing? Are we having costume time?
We're gonna talk about costumes.
We're gonna talk about it, or are we gonna have dress up time?
I could put on a costume.
We should totally have dress up time. Lauren, you should put on a costume too. Girls should get sexy. The fuck you do?
I have ladies to tend to.
We got 20 minutes left.
Come on, just put on a sexy costume for a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Commercial.
All right.
Are you a medical marijuana patient or interested in finding out how to become one? Contact Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. Conveniently located on Hamden and Tamarack in the Whole Foods parking lot behind Proof of the Pudding. Mile High Wellness offers a wide variety of edibles, hashes, and some of Colorado's top strains. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. 3525 South Tamarack, Suite 110, on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. 720-382-8516. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it on grass. Runongrass.com. Let's face it, rules and regulations are complicated, especially in the field of medical marijuana. Let Medical Marijuana 101 help you get through the compliance process. We can also explain to you your employment requirements, your employees, and your business. But our work doesn't stop there. Our experience in cultivation ranges from the design of grow rooms to the diagnosis and resolution of grow problems. Visit us at www.medicalmarijuana101.com or call 303-388-7706. That's 303-388-7706.
That Mad Hatter Smoke Shop has everything from space glass to butane and butane accessories, I tell you what. Located at 6091 West Colfax in Lakewood and now at 2615 Walnut Street in Denver. Ah! God damn it, Reclaim, put your pants back.
The law offices of Edson Maton and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
to SexPot Radio, everyone.
It's sexy pot time.
It is. It is
Boys and
costume
girls.
time. We've been trying to prepare for this for a few weeks.
So for those of you playing the home game, Jenny is a nun now, and we're going to have confession later, but that's not going to be on camera.
It could be on camera somewhere, just
It
not
might be.
here.
You never
Just
know.
not here.
Waha.
So anyway, whoa, look, that's weird. Okay.
That's cool.
So anywho, there's some basics that people should have for costumes. I love that Lauren decided to go with confused. It just makes me happy.
I wouldn't say confused. I would just say multitudes.
She came into the bathroom. She's like, I chose confused.
It's awesome.
Totally
or
styling.
do it all.
Yes.
I don't know.
Do it all.
I'm not sure what to go with.
Well, it's your little bit of everything. Like I said, Catgirl, Supergirl, Jane, and I don't know if
Some leopard print.
female-
A little
No, that's
princess
Jane.
and some
That's Jane, 'cause Tarzan
yes.
and Jane.
Yes.
Princess.
So Jane.
This is princess.
Princess hair.
Yeah.
I had to
And then
braid
the-
that wig
the
because it
boots.
like goes in your face if you don't have it
It's all
braided.
up in it.
Yeah, it's all up in your shit. Like I was wearing it at
It's a
work
hell
a
of a
few
wig.
days ago, and it's a lot of hair to handle. This is a lot of hair to handle. It's like all,
It is.
especially when you go from like having your hair cut to a mohawk, and then there's like all this hair to deal with.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyhow, Lauren even went to the extent of accidentally putting her shoes on the wrong feet. It was a quick changeover in a bathroom that's actually made for changing clothes in. I mean, since this used to be a porn studio and it was there for doing such things.
Really?
Yes.
This used to be a porn studio?
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
what the mirrors are about in the bathroom. The little counter with the bright lights and the
That's
little
the
window.
camera, and that's the viewing room. And this is where the fucking happened. So yeah, so while
You
you're
don't think
the
anybody was
comfy-
fucked to death in this room? Like maybe there's like fuck ghosts?
Autoerotic
well,
asphyxiation.
maybe not, but we're pretty sure we discussed at one point in time that people probably pooped. You know, from anal sex gone awry.
Well, everybody poops, Jeremy.
Well, duh, but
Right? I have a piece
most
of
people
wig
poop in a
my
toilet.
face, and it's driving me crazy.
I'm itchy.
I felt like it was trying to choke me or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyway, generally people take a little longer than 5 minutes to put their costume on. Things get arranged a little bit better.
you guys did
So-
pretty good for the 2, 3, 4 minutes that you were in
We
there.
picked out costumes, we got changed, and we were back.
Your costume is going to get you a prize tonight.
I like prizes.
Like when you walk through
Does it
the
mean
door,
that I
it
get
was
a
like,
lollipop
holy
or
shit.
a meat stick?
You get a meat lollipop tonight.
Yes.
Which I am excited for. Because in all honesty, I went to a Catholic school and they fortunately weren't nuns there, but when you grow up Catholic, I'm pretty sure that we've all developed a nun fetish. So for the joyful round of fun tonight, I'm gonna fuck a nun. I'm gonna make her scream and pray to God.
I'm just gonna go as a pregnant nun this year, just because you made
Which,
that comment.
for the people that know you, is a really ironic thing. Not the nun part, but the pregnant part, since you're snipped.
Right.
You're snippered.
Can I be the stillborn?
You can be my stillborn. You're gonna be my aborted fetus.
Well, all right. That could be a crime if Romney takes office.
Dude, I'm so down for this. I want Lauren to be my aborted fetus. We'll make you an umbilical cord and everything. Oh god, I'm so down for this. I'm gonna paint.
Can I
blue
wear?
veins.
Oh no! At Target they have these leopard onesies with little kitty feet. Can I wear that?
Yeah.
'Cause obviously I'm not gonna do it naked.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where. I
Aborted
go.
fetuses need to be warm too.
Yeah.
Wait, you're gonna be an aborted fetus wearing a leopard onesie?
Yep.
Hey, I had not. She wasn't my friend, but my
Hey man,
friend.
if she can be a nun, I can be a kitty.
I'm gonna burn in hell
A
for
kitty?
this.
Oh, an aborted kitty fetus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
be an aborted
entirely
kitty
different.
Fetus. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, like, wait, aborted fetus doesn't come out having fucking pajamas on. I'm sorry, but
I have
It's
a
an
leopard.
aborted kitty.
I have
But
a
if it's an
leopard
aborted kitty
hat
fetus,
too
that's
with
different.
mitten pockets. So
Oh, and you
use
could
that
dress
too.
up like a panther.
this could
gonna
just
fuck
get to be
her.
a very
This is
gross
Dr.
Halloween.
Feelgood. He's gonna be the
I'm gonna
one
be
that
Dr.
performed
Feelgood.
the abortion.
So, like, I've got my
Carrying a
costume
coat hanger in a
kind of worked out.
Yes.
I didn't think of adding a coat hanger to the costume, but I think I'm going to now because that just seems like
It's gotta
something.
be the metal kind.
You know what's just sad? Because, again, if Romney gets office, man, that's going to be how it's going to be, is back alley fucking coat hanger abortions again.
I can't talk about that.
Anyways, back to sexy.
Whether you have a costume collection that goes to the extent of what has vomited over there in that corner.
There is a huge amount of costumes, and the sick part is you're not... And I'm glad, because I have a costume fetish, and so do you, and I don't have many costumes. I don't give a fuck, but I am glad that you do.
I love costumes a lot.
Like, I mean, it's a little discerning sometimes how much you go to the costume store, which isn't that much, okay? I just made it sound like a lot. So the average person goes to the costume store probably once or twice. You know, you try to do that.
Before Halloween. I go once or twice a month in the months leading up to Halloween.
And then October, it's
October comes and it's like a weekly visit at least.
Like, please slow down.
Can we go? Can we go? I'd like to throw it out there though for people. You don't have to spend $60, $70, $80 on a costume. Look, I'm gonna be a nun carrying some purple brass knucks. Like, yeah, fuck with this nun. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, just kidding. For anyone that might be watching that says that I shouldn't have weapons.
It's a paperweight. It's not a weapon.
It's totally a paperweight.
It's non-functional art.
Exactly. So,
the purple proves it.
What was it? Oh, yeah, about costume expense. Like, you can use just basic things and make awesome costumes. So, I just kind of want to, like, let people know, like, the basic awesome things that they should have to make costumes. Okay, so, like, the few things that you should have in your closet. Strapless bras. Garter belts are awesome.
You're talking about females, right?
Yes, females.
Okay. I don't know if I heard that specified.
Yes, females. Okay. So garter belts, strapless bra, booty shorts are awesome because no matter how slutty you want to dress, you don't really want to wear a thong under something that's like up above your waist. You know? I don't want to see you in it if you're going to do that. Well, maybe. I don't know. Just depends on my mood, I guess. A black corset or white corset. Under bust corsets are the best because if you buy like a generic non-fitted corset, chances are it's going to not fit your boobs right. So under the boobs.
I concur because full with boob corsets suck.
Yeah.
Because most people aren't built for the one size fits all design.
No, they're not. So anyway, also black and white knee-high and thigh-high stockings and a petticoat. If you don't know what a petticoat is, this is the petticoat. Kind of looks like a tutu, which everyone should also have is a tutu because tutus just make you smile.
They do.
Okay. Tutus will make you happy no matter what kind of shitty mood you're in. But petticoats are made to go under costumes to give them volume so that they're not all saggy. Okay? Makes your butt look bigger. So, garter belts, stockings, booty shorts are on me because I only brought one pair. But anyway, those are just kind of the basics that you need, and you can pretty much make a costume out of anything. Go to the thrift store. I'm notorious for going to the thrift store and spending like $40 and coming with like 2-3 bags of shit to make multiple costumes out of.
Is it weird that I want to jerk off while I'm looking at the computer screen?
What are you looking at?
You?
Aw. I can't even get my computer to work. And you're like over there like. So anyway, those are kind of the basic things that a person needs. Simple black or white dress. You can be anything from Athena to an angel to whatever. And accessorize.
Angels are awesome.
Angels are awesome.
Our friend Angel is awesome.
Yes. Angel's very awesome.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Yes.
To the universe.
So yeah, I mean, there's just a multitude of things. Go to Joann's Fabric. If you ain't got much money to spend, like all their Halloween stuff is 75% off right now. I got a tutu for $2.50 today.
$2 for a tutu.
And it's an awesome tutu.
And they're like $25 or $30 at the fucking Halloween store.
At the costume
Spirits.
store.
Oh, speaking of Halloween, they have these things at the parent store called pornkins, and they're basically designs for your pumpkin that look like sex scenes. Amazon that shit. Amazon it.
awesome.
What are they
Because
called?
if you do like one pumpkin a year, they
Pornkins?
come with like 10 or
pornkin?
15 of them. So I mean, that's at least the next decade.
That's not like a blumpkin, is it?
No, it's a pornkin. It's like, okay, so imagine.
So
Oh, they
it's
have
that
an Eiffel
picture.
Tower. They have a
picture
dude
that I showed.
and then another dude, and one's getting head, and the other from behind.
I
They're not
posted a
high-fiving,
picture
but
of
it's
it.
so
Like it
close
totally
enough
looks
that
like
it
they're
just
high
made my heart
fiving. I
smile.
posted a picture of this like
This sounds familiar.
a few weeks ago.
Awesome.
It's called what? A blumpkin?
No, a
pornkin.
pornkin.
A pornkin.
A pornkin.
Porn on your pumpkin.
Yeah,
Not
it's
to
like
be
it's the
confused
design,
with
so you can carve it out.
repository. Do you know what a repository is?
A suppository?
A
Vapository.
Is that for your badge?
Yeah.
It's
see?
for if you haven't come yet, your boyfriend should give you a repository and get you there.
What? Is that like a bullet? I don't understand.
No. But this is your repository.
This is like a repository, so
Oh.
you jam it up there and you tickle the G spot until she
I get
fucking.
it.
It's a
I get it.
repository.
So it's a repository. I mean, sometimes it's
A fista is a
It-
fitory.
size varies.
Repository is if you have to go with the whole fist up to your elbow.
It's still a repository.
I
'cause
told
it's still going in the
yeah,
vagina.
it's still going in the vagina.
It's just a level 5 versus.
I told
like a
Georgia
level 1.
about this on her show last night.
Really? How'd that go?
It went great. She said to tune in to SexPot Radio if they want to hear about blue balls and stuff.
Dude, blue ball sucks, dude. We talked about that
We
last
did talk
time.
about that. So anyway, let's talk briefly about what is going on this week and get this all wrapped up. We have the haunted house this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I expect to see you people there.
Can I wear this?
You can totally wear that. You can totally wear it. Just put on a clown mask and they'll think you work there.
How many people do you think try to sneak in there, like dressed up like?
I don't know.
Nobody.
I doubt it because we all kind of know each other.
Yeah,
Well,
we pretty much
unless
know
you're in
if you're
masks.
wandering around and you look lost, dude.
You know, like we pretty much know the
fuck
people
you
in
up.
mask too. Like we
I'm the
kind
only
of-
one that. Me and Robert are the only two that wear masks.
Damn, I was hoping I could get away with it.
Otherwise,
You
the
could just
state-
be there.
Dude,
Like
just
they
come
did.
there.
Yeah, you don't
You'll
have to
get
sneak in.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you want to
I'll
go
get
and
you in.
I
volunteer.
just I would rather volunteer than go and like walk through it
Because it's fun to
those
scare
things
small
just
children.
aren't
It's fun to scare people. It's not as much fun
scary
to be scared.
to me. Yeah, I want
Right.
to scare the shit out of some little kids.
Well, you could scare the fuck out of adults. That's much more satisfying.
He
A
almost
kid, dude.
killed
Yeah, but kids
somebody.
shit themselves.
So do adults. Dude, I was like the other night, I'm not even going to mention what my costume was because I don't want to spoil any surprises. But needless to say, I had some metal objects and I was sharpening things. And I'm standing in a corner and there's two girls come walking around the corner and one of them's holding the other one who is hyperventilating. I came out of character instantly. Just,
Really?
And you're not supposed, dude.
Yeah, she had to be escorted through
Like,
the rest of the
dude, I
line.
wanted to-
She was
I-
scared.
I
We
would've
had
had
people
her.
quit in the line to go in. Like,
Yeah,
Damn, like you think
they
it's
got
real?
too scared.
So we
and,
got
like,
a pretty good fucking haunt. Like,
It's clowns, dude, and if you are afraid of clowns, you are afraid of
yeah,
clowns.
like, dude, you will have psychological damage for the rest of your life.
We had one girl that was coming through though that mentioned that she wanted to go see another haunt, and her friend said to her, "I was there already, and it was lame." And the girl turned around to her friend and she's like, "Thanks for ruining my dreams, you fucking bitch." It was totally awesome. I've had people come through the line that buy their tickets and then they're like, "So is it scary?" Well, if you're afraid of clowns, it's scary. And they're like,
That's
wait,
like asking
wait,
a
what?
car
There's
salesman,
clowns?
should I buy this
Seriously,
car?
people said that.
They're like, wait, what? There's clowns in there? And you're like, yeah.
It's the Circus
Well,
of Fear 3D.
We can recommend a good therapist.
And granted, life is in 3D, so you must logically assume that you're going to have to wear some sort of ocular device
Yes.
to make it more 3D than actual 3D life. Where
You know what I just remembered? I have to stop somewhere on the way home.
Fuck.
It's okay. I'll totally wear my costume. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Are you gonna come to Primus 3D?
See,
I want to. When
in
is
2
that?
weekends?
that's an issue because
It's
There's a
3D.
party.
That's
Oh,
There's
our,
well,
Yeah.
is the party 3D?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
it's in our
it
haunted
is.
house.
It's in our haunted house.
and there's other things that we can't talk about on air that we could share with you afterwards.
Yeah, I'll come
happening.
afterwards. See
That-
that 3D
right.
thing is at a certain spot, which is between Primus and my house. So.
Yes.
Right. Well, and I would like to figure out how to afford my way into the Primus show as well, because not afford it because I can afford it.
Tickets
But-
are on sale.
Yeah, but I just want to
I like to not
be
pay
able to
for
do
things.
both. Like I'm
That's
not worried.
what I
about,
like.
I'm not worried about paying for it. I'm just talking about I want to be able to.
And
do
I like to
both.
have time. And there's also another party after that party that we're supposed
At
to
our
go
friend's
to.
house. Yes.
I feel like I get pulled in so many directions, so you know what I do? I go home. I go home and I hide from everyone. So anyway, tomorrow night there's no show.
No, we're switching over to once a month for iDab Radio.
Possibly on Tuesdays.
And we're considering moving to Tuesdays because it frees up Wednesday night for a new show. I know that there's several different shows that are possibilities.
Yes.
And so since we don't have time to do every week, we're considering moving shows, moving week. Or
That's my iDab
Moving
Radio,
days.
by the way.
Yeah,
iDab
for
Radio.
iDab Radio, that's usually 7 to 9 on Wednesdays. We may be going to like 6:30 to 8:15. So
Right.
we get both the 7:10 and the 8:10, which, whatever. And we may do that on Tuesday, so that way we can party with SexPot Radio and turn it into
Event night.
an event night at least once a month, and it's going to get out of control. So
Yes.
look for that soon.
Dabs and sex.
Yeah, so, and bear with us, because if shit gets real crazy, it's just going to get exciting.
Okay, so anyway, Thursday nights, THC Digital Magazine.
Which I don't know
I've
much about
not
yet.
been able to listen to. Who's hosting it? I'm not even sure. David? I don't know David, I don't think. I probably know David. I'm terrible with names. So forgive me, David, if you're listening to this. I apologize. Also, Overgrown Radio with Stickman and now Holly G.
Woohoo! I'm so excited that Holly's on
Me
doing
too.
some shit now.
Me too.
Like on this.
She's got a lot of experience. She's been around forever.
I met her through Marijuana Radio because she was a host. And
Yep.
so, like, for years, she was...
She hosts a show on a jazz channel as well, doesn't she? Is it jazz something?
She does several projects.
she's
like
got a few
she's
different-
very involved. She's very community
Yeah.
involved. She's awesome.
Very busy lady. And then on Friday, there's nothing. This weekend, have fun.
Friday is going to be
safe.
cold. We're going to have Haunted House. Come on out to the Circus of Fear 3D. If you mention that you heard this on SexPot Radio, we'll get you $5 off at the door. So,
Yes.
and that'll be $10 to go through a fucking awesome haunted house. Treat yourself this Halloween. This may be the last one. Unless, it's always possible that the Mayan calendar, we're just reading it upside down, and maybe it's really 5125?
Something like that.
I think is
5105.
51 something
5105.
05. Yeah, fuck, I don't know.
Ish.
5105. Who fucking
Ish.
knows? But just in case, if this is the last year, get off your fucking ass and get out there and do something.
Right, and then on Monday night with Georgia on iCannabis Radio.
All next week they're going to be talking 64,
She is going to be
64,
talking
right?
about Amendment 64. There's
Awesome.
going to be in-depth discussion about that. So that is what's up. SexPot Radio, we don't know what we're doing until
that day.
Until we do it.
Fuck, that moment.
But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night. Talk to y'all soon.
Peace out.